came here to listen to ourselves talk, it's fine. Even if I don't say anything. If I tell each and every one of us to come out here and hello, sound check, okay, and give us one word of advice, and all of us can write these advices down and go home and implement them, our lives will change. It's that simple. Okay, so during the course of our trainings over the week, first we talked about leadership. We talked about leadership when we started, and we said there are different leadership styles. First off, I just want to run through these before we go into the topic for the day. There are different leadership styles. The first leadership style is telling what to do. We wrote that down when we're doing the training. Telling. The first leadership style is telling. You tell your people what you want them to do. You tell your team what you want them to do. Hey, move this table from here to this place. That's the first leadership style. Telling. The second leadership style is selling. So you begin to sell the idea of what you want to achieve to your people, and they are able to buy into it. This time around, it's no longer move this chair from here to here. It is now, I feel we should move this chair from here to here because there is now a reason why they must do it. Are we together? You can now transfer your emotions, transfer your thoughts to your people. Then they buy into it. Now, most of the times, as business owners, as leaders of either a group, whether it's burial committee, whether you are a chief mourner in your family, anything, you now dwell within the confinement of telling your people what to do. And that is where you end. And bear in mind that the only way you can move from telling to selling will be dependent on the maturity level of your followers. So if for any reason the maturity level of your followers cannot handle selling an idea to them, do not do it. Because if you do it, you frustrate them and frustrate yourself. Are we together now? Are we together? So this is the second style. This is the second leadership style. Selling. Then there is another leadership style after this one, which is participating. This time around, you don't just come up with an idea, sell it to them, and they do it. This time around, they participate in the curating of the vision, of the dream, of what you want to achieve. If you run a business, if you lead a group of persons, and you end at just telling every single day, with time, you are going to frustrate the entire business because there will be no growth in the business. You cannot grow. I remember when I started our company here, it was more like telling them what to do. You come to the office, today we're going to be shooting 5 videos. And you are going to talk about this, you're going to talk about this, you're going to talk about this, you're going to talk about this. Then we moved from there to, I think we should make it 10 videos every day. What do you think? Because, and they are able to now ask questions. They are able to say, if you're making it 10 videos every day, why is it 10 videos? Can we not just do 6? Can we not do 8? That kind of thing. So you now begin to sell the idea to them. What is selling? What is selling? What is selling? When we say selling, what does that mean? Selling. My native brother, selling. Just give me a rundown. What do you think selling is? I don't want serious definition. Anything. Selling. Huh? Okay. Yes, please give her the microphone. Selling.
Means that you're trying to market a particular product or idea
Okay.
to other people.
Okay. It's still fine. Anybody can say anything. Selling. Please give him the microphone. Selling.
Transfer of enthusiasm.
Okay. Transfer. Okay. In exchange for maybe value, right? Value for value. Okay.
So handover.
Handover. Okay. Please.
Exchange of goods and services for financial reward or something commensurate
Okay.
to society.
Yes. Exchange of value. Value for value. Let's just remain there. This is it. So we're able to now give you value in exchange for your own value. Are we together now? That is another leadership style. Now, if your leadership style ends at just telling your people what to do, remember, I said you are going to frustrate your system. I tried it and it frustrated my business. We're currently running 4 businesses here. I started business 2014 till this point. Everything you are seeing here, 2014 till this point. That's how many years now? It's 10. It's 10, Abi. 11. 11 years. 11 years. 11 years. I need to celebrate my anniversary. I don't know. But yeah, I need to celebrate. Tomorrow is my birthday. Yeah. I know. Some of you, as you were coming, you were expecting to see one guy that will come and say, ladies and gentlemen, my name is... No, our class is always is jovial. Is that fine? But person, to begin to curate strategies on how that can be automated. If you end at telling or you end at selling and you stay in that lane for too long, your people grow out of who they were yesterday. They can no longer exist in that system. That's why you see some people are in a business and over time they become frustrated. They now want to change. It's not like the pay is not good. It's not that they are not making money. They are making money, but they become frustrated because every day you are feeding this person with milk. This person don't ready to chew bone, but you are feeding him with milk. And the reason you don't want him to chew bone is because you are scared that if he begins to chew bone, his teeth will now become stronger than your own. And with time, he will no longer respect you. No be bone you chew, I go chew now. No be so. No be so. Recently, we handed over some positions to some persons in my business. And I was like, from this point on, every single person under you, you have to think of how to pay them salaries. Am I lying, Jim? You have to think of how to pay them salaries. I've put people under you now. You have to think of how to generate income for the business. Now, you will no longer ask me, sir, how is the business going? Now, me go, they ask you now. Oh boy, how is the business? Recently, some of them, they used to call me every week. They say, hello, Mr. Cornelius. You know, now that 2 million that we're supposed to send to that man, you've not. Now, I will be the one calling you. Now, when they see my call, their mind, they fly. Recently, I called Bright. Bright picked my call. He forgot I'm his CEO. He said, hello, sir? Because the pressure don't deal. So you must move to participation and then to delegation. Is that fine now? Now, most of us, we have not started building teams in our businesses. Write these things down because they are going to help you. If you end at telling, most of you are still at telling till today. Same with your family. If you want to train your wife, the same thing. You start by telling, you move into selling. You must get to a point where you have to explain to your people why they must do what you need them to do. Now, because of pride and ego, we feel I'm the CEO. I don't owe anybody any explanation. The way you act, the way you carry out things, you are mature. No, don't worry, leave it. You are mature. Is this Jen? Maybe you have to on the fans for us. You are mature in the way you reason, the way you carry out things. And then there's job maturity. Job maturity is that you know the work, you understand the craft. That is why when you work in a company, and if you are the CEO of a business, if you are the manager of some people, the first thing you want to ask yourself is, what is this person's problem? Is it job related? Is it psychological? Are we together? If this person problem, now say, he knows sabi reason, but he sabi they work. If he sits on the computer, he can work. Have you met those kind of people before? You've met those kind of people before. When they sit on, they are good with their job, but they cannot relate with others. They cannot flow with other human beings. They cannot think straight. So you begin to ask yourself, what do we do to help this person come back? Somebody has a bad attitude. If he opens his mouth to talk, is war, fire, brimstone. Is brimstone or brimstone? Say? Yourself, you don't know. It means we are plenty. Bring something. Bring something. Whatever the case is. So you now begin to ask yourself, what policies must we put in place to make sure that this person does not tilt and cause catastrophe in the business. Now, most of the times, we fire people without really discovering what their problem is. Person no greet you for money. You say, this guy need a greet. Sack him. But the guy is good with his job. Do you really need his greeting? Sometimes we make leadership about ourselves. That is why we say leadership is in different levels. There's leadership by position, right? We've taught this already. Leadership by what again? Permission. What else? Production. What else? Okay, let me just run through it. Should I run through it? For the sake of some of us that are just coming. So there's leadership by position. We follow you because we have to follow you. You are our CEO. You are our general manager. Engineer CEO is here, right? He came all the way from Delta State. Yeah, Delta State. And we follow him because he's our CEO. Because Naim registered the company. Naim give us employment later. That is why we follow him. You follow Mr. Cornelius because he's my boss. Naim they pay me salary. That's all. We follow this chief because he's our family chief. Family sat down and said, there's nobody that is less busy in this community. Let us give him chief. Are we together now? So he says, I want to call for meeting on a Monday. All of us come now. Because now chief talker. You must now grow to a point where it is leadership by what? Permission. Leadership by permission is when we now follow you because we chose to follow you. Because we have now had some level of relationship with you. Our values align. We now realize that the way you think, now so we would like to think. Oh. We now realize that you truly care about us. So something is wrong with somebody, and we see chief. Chief don't show. Chief don't carry the thing for head. We say, this chief really cares about you. Your grandmother died, chief come condolence visit. Your wife born, chief appear. Now, most of us as leaders, we have detached ourselves so emotionally from our people that we don't care about them. So we end at leadership by position. You are just the chairman. That is all. And you are on that, is it high horse or high elephant? High horse. You are on the high lion. And you cannot come down for anybody. You cannot compromise your comfort for anything. You have ended at leadership by position. With time, you will begin to lose your followers. The moment they meet someone who has leadership by permission abilities, they will leave you. Because people know when you truly care. Then you now move to the next one, which is leadership by production. Production is now based on results, achievements. You say, in the next 2 years, we are going to make sales of at least 150 million naira as a growing company. And they see the results. You say, from today, we are going to make sure that we are paying salaries. We will not owe anybody salaries. And they see the result. It is now based on the physical and tangible things you have done that people can see. Now, who betides you? Is it betides or besides? Who bestides you? I started speaking English when I was 15, so I really don't care. But, I'm speaking in my language now. Who bestides of you? If you do not have anything to show for the leadership you are shouting at, ladies and gentlemen, we are hoping to become the biggest and most innovative real estate company on the planet from Africa. We're looking to disrupt the industry, push boundaries, and set new standards as to what real estate can be in Africa, one city at a time. God help us. You are seeing all of these things, and we are not seeing anything that is pushing us closer to becoming. We are in one small room for 7 years. The same small room, the same salary. People who are joining the company now are looking at people that have been in the business for 5 years, and their life is not something they would like to look like in the next 5 years. No results. You have ended at position. I am the CEO of, what's your name? What's your name? Ogechi. Of Oge Homes. We started business 2021, and we have been long in the game, and no results. This guy is the CEO of Fishery Hub, and every time I see the strides now he's making, it gives me joy. You must move to production. Now, this is what I want. This is why we're here. The whole idea behind the 30 million days is that we want people who will get 30 clients. You must build rapport and establish relationship with 30 clients. That is the 30. You must aim at hitting 30 million naira in sales. That is the million in 30 days. Celebrate yourselves. That's the idea. Now, it could be our product. It could be your product. Whatever you are selling, maybe they sell vessel. Sell the scrap that is worth 30 million. You sell clothes. Can you make it up to 30 million? Is that fine? After the 30 days, we'll still do another 30 days. So now we'll be giving the 30 days names. So the first 30 days, you start counting. And this is what we want you to do. Every morning, you set your camera. You sit in front. This is day one of the 30 million days challenge. I was able to establish relationship with 3 clients yesterday and hoping to call them today to see if I can close the deal with them. I've been able to offer them so and so. Day 2, you are going to do another video because at the end, we want you to still build some personal brand identity for yourself. And if for any reason your camera is not good or the house you live in, are we together now? Are we together now? Needs prayers. You can come here and our media team will cover you. You do the video every morning. We're not saying you should come and say, ladies and gentlemen, by the grace of God, through the 30 million days challenge, I bought this iPhone 15 Pro. No, that's not the idea. We're not saying you should boast. Just give us a story of how it is going. Today, I was unable to do anything because of the rain. So for some of you who can give me access to clients around you, please link me up to your clients, to your friends, and I promise you're going to be rewarded handsomely. Something. You have to remain in the faces of people. If you're a fashion designer, I'm looking at closing 50 or, 30 attires. Are we together now? For 30 persons. However it is, but it is 30. The number is 30 within 30 days. The moment we're done with the first set, we're going to do the second one. More persons will be joining. We're going to do another one, more persons. So it is not a noise thing. It is not about how you are looking good, how you dress. No. It's just consistency. And by the time you know it, you've done 30 days into 5. That is 150 days, right? And let us watch and see how your life can improve over time. So it's a challenge we're doing. That's the idea. It must be based on results. We want to be able to see what you can achieve. Now, it is not about the magnitude of the results. Let there be growth. You must not hit 30 million naira in sales at the end of the 30 days. You probably will hit around 5 million, 10 million, around 6 million, 1 million self. But this period, I tried the 30 days and I didn't hit 30. I did 2 million. I did 5 million. The next one, I want to try and see if I can hit 5 million. If I hit 5 million, I want to try and see if I can hit 7 million. How do I take advantage of all the contacts I've generated in the previous 30 days so that I can take advantage of it and close more? That's the whole idea. So what I'm going to be doing is to teach you how to personally grow yourself into the person you must become to attract the right people. And if for any reason you recruit people to work with you, how do you groom yourself to be able to lead them better? I'm not going to do this based on just my experience. It's going to be based on the trainings I've had, seminars I've had from people, my mentors' advices, my personal experiences, and the experiences of people around me. Is that fine? Is that fine? So now our rule is that when you come here, whoever you are in your family, keep it at the door. Don't come inside with it. Because some people that come here, when you come and you sit down, you're looking at me and say, this boy, I feel born him. They say, if I look this boy well, I feel senior this guy with 17.2 years. Waiting, no. He said he started business 2014. I have been long. I don't do this business since 1987. They never born him. That's not the idea. I had an issue in my business, and I didn't even know I had an issue in the business. I sat down somewhere, a guy was talking. I went to repair my computer, and somebody was just saying something. The guy was talking plenty. Talk. And he mentioned that issue I had. And I asked more questions, and he answered. I asked more, and I got my solution. And I asked him, I said, if I were to pay you for this thing you thought now, if I were to attend a seminar and pay you for this, how much will it be? And he said 100K. I said, give me your account number. I transferred 100,000 naira to him. That person is Mr. Richard Chile. No, why are you celebrating? No. Okay, you can celebrate. Okay, just stay with me. That's the whole idea. You can get knowledge from anywhere. That was not a seminar. We didn't sit down to say there's a board, right? Number 1, introductory. Number 2, no. There was nothing like that, but it changed my life. And at the time, we were running our business in D-Line, and it was a small office. And the business was frustrating us because I had people who were bigger than the business. People who were more knowledgeable than the business. They were frustrating me, my general manager, the system, and the world at large. So, yes. So when I came to the office, I decided to re-strategize. I now had to start putting structures in place. And it was able to catalyze us into the growth you are seeing. Is that fine now? Thank you. So you can get knowledge from anywhere. Anybody. Do not be shocked that the president of a beautiful country can get an advice from a madman. No. Some people are getting it. No, don't sing the name. Are we together now? That is life. So that's my job. My job is to take you through this journey gradually. The days we do them online, we're going to do them online. The day we do them physically, I would like you to just come around. You can come with a friend or someone. So now, like we said, the first one is leadership by position, permission. The next one is what? Production. The next one is what? Leadership by people development. People development is important. Write this down. People development. Now, if you do not grow to a point where people want to be like you, you can transfer your virtues into people and they become like you, then there's a problem. At some point, Jesus Christ told this. Everybody's a Christian here. You're not a Christian. Let me see your hand. MEK is not a Christian. So, at some point, Jesus Christ said, greater works. But if he doesn't grow to that point, no. He said, all these things you see me do, you are going to do it and do it way better. Now, there are 3 reasons why a lot of leaders cannot get to people development. One is insecurity. You feel that what's your name again? Fumilayo Idris. No, I know it's not your name. Don't think about it. If Fumilayo now becomes big, she will no longer respect me. If Fumilayo now becomes great, if I talk to her, it not going to mean anything. She go come sabi pass me. Are we together now? This insecurity has made, I've seen bosses that their hand is like this. They are not willing to go forward. They are not willing to allow their people move forward. And everybody is stuck within the mental capacity of the leader. And if you know better than them, you are scared of letting them know that you know better than them. I went somewhere to speak, and Bright came to speak. Bright, be on your feet. Let's celebrate Bright here. You can see that. Before Pride, we enter here. Are we together now? I went somewhere to speak, and he's speaking in the same event. And I was supposed to rush for a wedding as one of the chairmen of the wedding. I was one of the chairmen of the wedding. I was supposed to rush for a wedding. And I said, no, I will sit down and watch my guy speak. And when he's done speaking, somebody will come and say, that guy and your brother, two of them, they talk alike. That's the idea. If you enter our office and I'm wearing a cashmere suit, everybody is wearing cashmere suit. If my shoe is worth 150,000, almost everybody, apart from some persons have refused to leave. Are we together now? They have refused to leave 11,000 naira shoe. They are still wearing it. There's nothing we can do. Some of them, we have tried to help them for 52 years. Don't ask me how old I was. It's not working. But when you enter the office, when you come around I said this story last time in our training that we're having about Alexander the Great, right? Right? That in those days, they didn't have pictures. So they only sketch what someone looks like. And they describe the person to you. So now let's imagine. CEO, get up. Okay, the way this guy is now, if we want to describe this guy, everybody, just describe, anyhow you want to describe, look at him and describe him. Let's go. Yeah? He's not dark, he's black in color.
With round face.
Round face. We don't know if he has eyes because he's wearing glasses. Broad-chested. Okay. And cap. Okay. Now let's imagine. You can sit down. Thank you. Let's imagine that somebody comes from Delta State and describes this person to us. He says, CEO is large, right? He's dark in complexion. He has a round face. He has this broad chest, whatsoever. We cannot see his toe. We don't know if his legs are complete. But let's just imagine. He has firm legs or something, firm feet. They describe the person. And we cannot see a real picture of him. We just have a mental image of what we think he looks like. Now, they invited him to come and speak here. And he sends one of his persons to come. And that person is wearing this same cap that they say he wears. He has broad chest like him. He is dark like him. Everything like him. All of us will now celebrate the person. We say, see who is here. Everybody will shout. Woo, woo. We celebrate. After everything, he leaves. Then we now decide, let us go and pay him courtesy visits in his palace. And we get there and we see this person. And he's not the other person that came. Are we together now? This is what happened during Alexander. And when the people came to his throne, they were like, it is not you we saw that came to visit us. It's another person. And he said, yes, in my kingdom, there are so many Alexanders. If you don't have leadership to that point, there's a problem. Where your people begin to look like you. Where your people talk and sound and reason the way you do. Now, I remember when I started working with Barrister Queen. Firstly, Barrister Queen Alafon. Now, I'm just going to say this. I know anytime I just mention any of their names, their mind will fly. Wait till you want. Wait till. This is what I'm going to say now. Don't worry, you forgive me. Now, Barrister Queen, at the time, could be moved by anything. Just come here and I say, B, don't bite person downstairs. You know B? B, they bite or they sting. Sting. Just sting. Oh, he don't die. That is how Barrister Queen used to be. Barrister Queen can walk into a hospital to visit the father that is sick and see another girl crying for the father that is dead and join the girl. And follow the girl to mortuary to put the father. And follow that one to the house to go and come. That is how she was. Now, just hanging around me for a while. I don't want to boast. But you need to see Barrister Queen handle issues now. Are we together now? Things can happen and it's not moving her. And she's like, no, let's think about it. What are we doing about it? How are we handling this? No, it's not time to cry. We're not crying. What are we crying for? Nobody don't die. And one time, I think she went for a funeral in a village, and she came back and she said, Anintiro, she calls me Intiro. Anintiro, do you know that as I went for funeral in my place, nothing moved me. I was handling everything. I've changed though. Are we together now? That is how it must be. That just by people hanging around you, you are able to transmogrify a part of you into them. That is influence. And they begin to reason like you. And when they are faced with challenges, they are like, what would this person have done in this matter? And they handle it like that. This is how Jesus became powerful. He was able to transfer himself into his people. That is why some people went and they saw a madman and they say, I cast you out, right? That one say, Jesus, I know. Now, some persons will be around you. They will not learn it exactly how you teach it. They will want to mimic. They want to try it out. Allow them. You cannot be insecure. That's number one. Then number two is selfishness. Selfishness is a mental state that allows you to think only about yourself and no other person. Most bosses are selfish. Most leaders are selfish. I will use iPhone 16 Pro Max. Bishop will still use iPhone 16 Pro Max. For what? Calm down first. I will use MacBook. And this person will use MacBook. I am the CEO. I'm supposed to use a MacBook. Everybody here is supposed to use Dell 1985. Selfishness. It's just about yourself. Everything is for you. A pastor that is selfish, it will show in his associate pastors. You will see it. The boss that is selfish, it will show. You have bought first car. You have bought second car. You have bought third car. Nobody that works with you has a car. You are wearing the best suit. You've made the first one, the second one, the third one. Nobody wears a nice suit around you. Selfishness. Sometimes you have it, but you don't even know. Another form that selfishness plays in is your ability to give your people interest in your business. You have been running this business for 15 years. Now only you get all the shares. The people that are working with you will stay there. And the day you are tired of them, you fire all of them and bring new people. Now only you. The thought of, I started this thing in 2014. I built it. This person just joined me 5 years ago. I will now give him for what? He will now come and enjoy. He has not even stayed up to 10 years. It's a problem. And when the people begin to realize, because they will grow. As they grow and they begin to realize that this entire thing is just about yourself, very soon, they will leave. Are we together now? That is people production. Transferring a part of you into other people. So that they can begin to assume who you are and become like you. Then the next one we talked about is what? It's pinnacle. Yes, it's pinnacle. Pinnacle is the highest form of leadership. That is when we follow you because of who you have become. You have maintained you have been consistent with a particular lifestyle or reputation that resonates with who we want. And over time, we now begin to honor you for that person. We begin to reference you. We begin to follow you because of who you have become. That is why at that point, a simple dent on your reputation can ruin everything. And who you become at that point is largely dependent on the kind of lifestyle you have lived, either in open or in secret. That is why you can get to that point at your level in the pinnacle leadership, and Somebody comes out from somewhere and say, he raped me. Abi? And they take you to court. They say, not true. Everything we don't build. Everybody say, na rapist. From rapper to rapist. That is it. So your life in secret and your life in the open must be worthy to be presented to the world. That is why anything you are doing in secret at this point, be very careful. One of the worst things you can do now is girls say no. You now say yes. Are we together? Are we together now? It's a revelation. If you like, don't write it. Because I didn't put pastor to my name, you will not write it. Girls say no. You say, yes. That 5 minutes can destroy leadership by Pinnacle. So if you have done it before, call the girl and say, that day you've been talking yes or no? She said, yes, record down. That's by the way. So what are we saying? We're saying you move from leadership by position to leadership by what? To leadership by what? To leadership by what? To leadership by what? Yes. Pinnacle leadership. Remember that there are things you change about yourself as you move within these ranks. And we say there are different styles of leadership. The first style is what? Telling. The next one is what? The next one is what? The next one is what? Yes. You must move to delegating. Now, this is what you're going to do. When you go home, sit down and ask yourself, these people I'm leading myself. I'm leading a group of persons. This thing is so and so and so and so. And I think I've looked at so and so about you. And I think this. Don't worry, I'll pin it. Okay, are we together now? And I think I have this, and I think this will work for you. What do you think about it? You gather your people, you say, I have been thinking about it. We come to work by 8 a.m. in the morning, we leave by 6 p.m. in the evening. And most of the times, before we get home, so and so happens. So and so can go wrong. I am thinking we should start closing by 4. What do you think? There's always a feedback. Your people can now say, I think it will make sense. Because most of us, we schedule appointments with clients after work. And most of them will want to meet us by 6 after they close from their office. Maybe if we leave by 4, we'll be able to meet up. Another person will say, I don't think it will work out. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You must be able to get to that point with the people you lead. Now, some of you seated here, you don't see yourself as leaders. This thing we are saying now, for you, I'm just a front desk officer in Lapo Microfinance. I know they lead anybody. Nothing concern me. One day you will lead people. See, we say there are different phases. Oh, I don't want to. There's the leading self, right? We talked about that in our training. There's the leading self, there's the leading others, and there's the leading organization, and then there's the leading society. You start with self. You lead yourself first. Everything we teach you here, you are going to apply them to yourself first. After that, you are now going to apply them to leading others. It is no longer just about you. Let's say, for example, come, Prosper, come. Prosper can be many things in different places. Abi? Abi? Yes. At the office here, he works with customer service department as a customer service representative. So he picks your call. Hello, welcome to Zandoni Realty Limited. How may I help you? All of that. He does that here. On Sunday evening, Prosper is going to a church to minister. In that church, they call him Papa. Are we together now? They call him what? Papa. Somebody say Papa. Papa. Yes, that's what. So you see girls say, Papa, good morning, Papa. I say, yeah, Prosper. Prosper, oh no. Prosper. Even at the time when I will give him transport to go for the meeting, they will still call him Papa. I say, for person, I give transport. Are we together now? That is who he is there. Now, in his family, he's just a son. Are we together now? Now, on top of all of these things, he runs a company, Pecon, an architectural firm. And he's building it every day. He works with us here, but he runs a company. And from time to time, he's going to post, I am the CEO of Pecon. Pecon this, Pecon that. So you can be anything you are, wherever you are, depending on where you find yourself. You need all of these trainings. If he does not have this training, a time comes when that Pecon becomes a reality and he can no longer carry on his job or his task effectively because he didn't have these ideas. Are we together now? So do not judge who you are. Thank you. Do not judge who you are just based on where you find yourself every Monday. It is where you find yourself on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Sunday. Here, you are our cleaner. But in your church, every Saturday and Sunday, you are the choir music director. You lead people. Here, you are a cleaner. In your church, you are just a member. But in your family, you are the first daughter. You are the first son. You lead people. In your household, you are the father. You must lead people. You are the mother. You must lead your children. So leadership is important. And the more we have more good leaders in our system, we will have good organizations, we'll have good societies, and everything will begin to transform. That's the whole idea. Now, first, you must master leading yourself. That is why the whole 30 million days challenge is about leading yourself. It's about telling yourself that every 10 a.m. I'm going to post a video and stick to it. Nobody will transform your life. Nobody, not even me that is standing here. I cannot. You see this thing I'm talking now? When I finish talking, when people leave this door, they have like 50 opinions about what I've said. How does this when talking? Don't try, Sha. The guys have a talk. The way they do in chest in the team, but the guy in the talk with energy. Another person will say, the guy too they shout. Why not if you just say, so 30 million days? Yes. Another person will say, that guy, they sound like troublesome person. Another person will say, if I just go do church, may just be pastor. The way they talk, they do like saying one command spirit out of me. A lot of things. So nobody can change you. You have to be accountable to yourself. The whole idea behind the 30 million days challenge is that for 30 days, I want to stick to this thing and be consistent, whether it is working or not. So, if we say you have to generate 30 leads in that 30 days, you have to close 30 million naira in the 30 days. You have to consistently put out a content for the 30 days. We want to watch how you can do it. So now you're going to sit down and say, I want to generate 30 leads. How do I generate 30 leads in 30 days? If I have to visit a restaurant every day to generate 3 leads, right? Anything I cannot spell, I'm just going to scrabble. Last time I wanted to spell hereditary, I just wrote because, and somebody attacked me online. They say he could not spell hereditary. At least I have hereditary. I'm here together now. Yes, so I want to generate 10 leads. And we're talking 30 days. And I need to generate 30 leads. If I need to visit a restaurant to generate 3 leads, how many restaurants will I need to visit? How do I get in touch with these people? Who must I become to be able to get their contacts and establish relationships with them? If I want to do this, okay, listen. I've taught us about how to plan, right? I taught us about planning. I taught us about planning. So, there is tactical planning, right? Right? There's strategic planning. Right? There is operational planning. Right? There is what? Contingency, yes. So what this means is that for the 30 days that you want to achieve this thing, you are going to have a tactical plan. Tactical plan is mostly a short-term plan. a short-term plan, a plan that is probably not going to be for the longest. So we want to achieve a particular thing. Tactical plan is we're going to be doing this. We're going to do this today. Tomorrow we're going to do this one. Next tomorrow we're going to do this one, and all of that. Okay. So now we now have the actions outlined in the tactical plan. I'm going to walk from A to B and do B, C, D, and all of that. Strategic planning is mostly a long-term plan. For the first 10 days, I am going to work on generating the leads. The second 10 days, I'm going to work on establishing relationship. The last 10 days, I'm going to work on closing. Are we together now? Are we together now? This is it. Now, tactical is going to be like a day-to-day thing. When I walk into Kilimanjaro, I'm going to not share flyers. I'm going to look at people one by one. I walk up to them and say, hey, I love your shoe. Can I take a picture of this shoe? I want to send it to my friend. Or please, if you have a picture on your phone, can you send it to me on WhatsApp? That's my tactical plan. Are we together now? And the person will now say, oh, I can take a picture. I say, oh, my phone is off. Take my number, send it to me on WhatsApp. Because I just want to have his contacts. I've done that many times. And they take my number and they send me the picture on WhatsApp and they feel happy that they are doing something for me. And now I save the number and I say, please, can I know your name so that I can save your number in case for the future we can have business for mutual benefit. Is that fine? And they're like, okay. And they save my number and I save their number. And now when I post something on my status, they're able to see it. And when I post the shoe, I mention them and I say, thank you so much for sending me this. You are going to see it on my legs. Something like that. It's a plan. Somebody walks into the market. Instead of saying, my name is Cornelius Interior Blessing, I'm a realtor here in the city of Port Harcourt, I sell land, I help you make money from your land and make land off your money, He's not saying that. He's saying, please, what I'm doing today is to get to know people and the businesses they do. Just so that when I meet other people who need their services, I'm able to link them up and get something in return. Can I have your number? They rush and give me the number. I've just taught you something. Are we together now? It is not every time you walk into the market, my flyer, call the number if you want it. No. Sometimes go seeking for their interests. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have decided to post 20 businesses on my status. And trust me, my WhatsApp status gets at least 100 and 150 views every day for each post I post. So just send me, this is me just doing it because it's a Wednesday. Send me your logo, send me your flyer, let me post it on my status. So you might just get business from any of my contacts and people are sending to you. Now they know you exist. Are we together now? So you can decide whatever strategy you want to use. Now, that is strategic. Now, the operational now has to do with the systems, the tools, the team. So now, don't worry about it. So during the operational planning now, you now begin to ask yourself, what tools will I need to be able to achieve this? I'll need a flyer. Am I using a flyer? Am I using a complimentary card? Am I using social media? Do I need to edit the video? Do I need to edit the picture? Do I need data? What kind of phone will I need? You now begin to talk about the tools, the system. How do I sieve these people and filter them till they become clients? Are they going to go to my website? From my website, they are going to come to my WhatsApp, or they should just come to my WhatsApp directly? Should I just stick to phone calls? Just call me on the phone and then I talk to them. Should I schedule all of those systems, the tools you need, and the people you need? If I need to generate this, will I need to recruit 5 persons to work with me and promise them something? This is the operational planning. Now, if you start out anything, you want to achieve success in this thing we're talking about, or your business, anything at all, and you do not plan down to this, you are wired to fail. You are wired to fail. Take it from me. Now, there's the contingency plan. The contingency plan is now, if all these things I've talked about didn't work out, what will I do? Let's imagine that I said I was going to go to restaurants every day. When you get to your office, teach your workers these things. Teach your staff these things. Teach your salespersons these things. Because it is important that they learn just the only way you can do people development leadership is when you can teach people all you know and enforce it till they do it. When we started our business, when we started Zandoni Realty Limited, I was doing training for my people for, I think, 60 days training, 60 days straight. And every single day I was training. Every single day I was training. Even the days where, today I woke up having sore throat. This morning, I woke up having sore throat. Serious sore throat. That to even eat was a problem. And my wife was, I'm married, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. No, it's okay. I know. CEO, engineer, CEO will not clap because he does not know what it feels like. He's married. Oh, yeah, clap. All right, then. Are we together now? Yeah, so she was like, yeah, it means you cannot talk today now. Because even to open mouth and say good morning was a problem. She said, can you talk today? I said, I'll go and teach. So I came late. I apologize for that. I had to take some medications, try some hot water thing to see, to calm down. Now, but in those days when I was doing training for my people, for 60 days straight, I was training every day. Even days that I was sick, I would come to the office and everybody, they look my eye don't red. They are like, if you teach today, you will die. You just rest. I say, yes, I have to rest. I write on the board. So one of the ways you can enculturate your people, you can transfer you into your people, is when you keep talking to them. When you keep transferring a bit of you into them, small, they begin to pick. That is why some pastors will put programs almost every day in the week. They do 30 days covenant day of jubilation. After that one, they do another 75 days of covenant day of blessing. After that one, they wait for 2 weeks and do 51 days of fasting. God bless you. That guy, that person will talk that thing, they go church. This is it. They need to be. Jesus Christ was walking around with his disciples. As he's going, they follow him. He reach where he won't pluck on, he won't pluck. He say, pluck him. He don't give you mind. You say, we don't follow him where? He reach another place, he say, chop. Anything if he chop. He reach where prostitutes he sit down with them. His people so if you sit down with prostitutes, everybody. It's like that. Your people have to get to hear from you. See, that is why we say in business, we say your actions are so loud, we can't hear what you are saying. Are we together now? If you have a boss, if you are the kind of boss that your actions and your words does not balance. Who else wanted to say something? Collide. What's collide? Align. Somebody has said align, but thank you for saying it again. What does not synchronize? Yes, native doctor. If it does not, then there's a disparity between your personality. We now begin to look at you. You say, make we take this thing serious. You need to take it serious. You say that we must make it. You need to make it. What is the problem? That's the problem. So, what are we saying? You must get to a point where you have contingency plan. Do this when you go home. Now, first off, you want to generate 30 leads. You want to be able to close 30 million. Let's say, for example, whatever business you're doing, let's say you want to sell for us. We do lands and properties here in Port Harcourt. You want to sell lands for us. You want to sell up to 30 million naira worth of land in 30 days. You are going to break down the 30 days into your tactical and strategic plan. You're going to break it down. You're going to say, tactically, this is what we understand what tactics is now. We understand what tactics is. I don't have to explain that. Okay, should I explain it? Okay. Let's not explain it. So, you have to have the tactical plan. You have the strategic plan. This is how I'm going to maneuver this from this to this to this. Then you now move to the operational plan. The operational plan is now, these are the actions I need to take, systems I need to put in place. These are the people I will need to be able to achieve this. Then you move to the contingency plan. The contingency plan is now, if all these things does not work, this is how I'm going to go about it to see that I achieve this goal. If I don't fall around 30 million, at least make I fall around getting 30 leads. I've generated 30 leads. And at the end of these 30 days, you're going to do a video and say, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate God for everything. I was supposed to close 30 million naira in 30 days and generate 30 leads. By the grace of God, I've been able to generate 30 leads. The 30 million is a bit far from me, but we believe that for the next 30 days, God is going to help me to have it. Is that fine? Then all of that, be accountable to this. So you can tell yourself that I'm going to be generating 10 leads from social media handle, 10 leads from one-on-one marketing, going to different locations to sit down and talk to people, and then maybe 10 leads from businesses. Go to businesses and give them offers and all of that. Or 10 leads or 5 leads from my referral community. I'm going to build people that will be working with me. They are in the village in Bonny. They don't know anything about real estate here. I'm just going to tell them, hey, guy, how far? Yeah, I have an opportunity on my desk I think you might be interested in. I'm sending you something, go through it. We'll talk in the next 10 minutes and all of that. And all these things will be. You're now beginning to say, okay, that's the tactical and this one plan. Operational plan, I'll need airtime. This airtime is going to, I'm supposed to buy at least 10,000 naira worth of airtime for this movement. I'm supposed to buy data, 5 gig for this. I'm supposed to have transportation to move from here to here for this. The moment you have this, the moment you are able to begin to demystify the operational plan, you begin to see clarity. You begin to know what you cannot achieve. You begin to come into a realistic term with who you are, the resources you have, and what you cannot do, your abilities. Now, most of the times, because we have declared over your life, you are going to be great. You are this. You are going to build a house today. You are shouting amen from your intestine. You have not come to the operational plan. Then there's a problem. Because you jump into the water, you don't know how to swim. And as you fall for the water, you're now drawn. There's a problem. Another person will now say, make I put water for small pikin bath. Then inside, heater, till the rubber break. Then I go to small bathtub. Then I move to swimming pool. Then I move to river. But you, your own, you don't jump for ocean. There's a problem. Now, for someone who has a contingency plan, he's now going to say, if I jump for the ocean and I don't drown, at least make I find like 3 rubber put by my side. I feed your whole lamp. They breathe. This is it. Are we together now? Are we together now? So for the businesses you run, I've taught you a few things that is supposed to help you to be able to run your business. Learn to build teams. Learn to build teams. And how do you build teams? You start by telling them what to do. You move into selling the idea to them. You move into participating with them. You move into delegating. Now, do not make the mistake of starting with delegation. Because most of the time, this is where laziness begins to play out. My Oga say, I am the CEO. My mentor say, I'm the CEO. I'm not supposed to do anything. Get people to do the job, guy. And as you start business, you just start business on Monday, on Tuesday. You are our head of account. You marketing manager. You sales manager. You this manager. You customer service. Everybody work. Then you disappear. You come on Thursday. What have we achieved? What have we achieved? What have we achieved? You go to your house. You chill with your girlfriend. You come again. So most of the time, we're mistaking laziness for delegation. You have to do the job yourself. So that the day you are telling somebody, I want you to be able to sell 10 million naira, you know you have been able to sell it. And if the person comes and says, I had this challenge, you've had the challenge yourself firsthand. I don't employ people into my company, and from the first week, I'm asking you, how much can you sell for us? I don't do it. Because it took me about 7 months to sell my first property. And I know that I have to train you so that it can take you at least 30 days to sell your first. And I know the kind of training I need to give to you. That's if I want you to be a salesperson. No. Most persons in my company, I don't look at them as salespersons. Do your customer service, do it well. Learn to close. Abi? Abi? Yes, I know they walk around for my office. They say, how much have you sold? How much have you sold? What is wrong with you? You are not selling, no. You are not productive. I don't do it. It's a collective game. We do it like a teamwork. That is why. Okay, this story, I'm not going to say it. It's not today. Maybe the next class we're going to say it. Are we together now? This is what you must work at. So the moment you are able to move to delegation, and do not mistaking it for laziness. Till today, I come to my office almost every day. But sometimes I leave the office and I get home by 11. And I've been running this since 2014. See, my people know. If I tell you do something first time, and you don't do it well, I'll look at you and take my eyes off. I tell you do it second time, you don't do it well, I'll look at you, take my eyes off. I tell you do it third time, you don't do it well. The fourth time, I won't tell you again, I'll do it myself. You go just do your house, since I don't do it well. Ask my CD. If I tell them I need a design for so events, and you do 1, 2, and it's taking you 3 days to do one design. 3, you say, I'm just trying to come up with concept. I'm looking at you. You do second, you do third. It's not working. The next time, I'm dishing out like 10 designs in one day.
Yes, sir. We've seen it.
And in your mind, you are like, Mr. Kone, where the design they come from? As I'm seated on my computer, I'm doing it myself. I'm dishing it out. If I say I need to run a class online, and I'm telling you, get people to join the class, and you are doing, and the first time I had 30 persons, and you are like, we thank God, today we had 30 persons. In my head, I'm like, are you okay? The next time we're having like 40 persons. Then the next time we come down to 20 persons. The next time I'm doing that class, I'm not telling you. I'll just do it. You see the class is filled. So you have to try it yourself. Do it till you hit success, till you have the results that we are talking about before you delegate. Don't rush into delegating. And the day everybody, that's why I pity tailors who cannot even sit down on the machine and sew. You gather people, and they have tricked our minds to think that the easy way to make it in life is to be the one leading the orchestra, and you cannot play any instrument. So the day the people who are supposed to play the instrument decide not to show up because they hear one fake rumor about you, you are grounded. You can't think of a way to survive. So as the leader of a team, learn at least one skill. Be good at it. We say there's a difference between understanding the craft of the business and understanding the business of the craft, right? As you understand the business of the craft, be good at one craft. I won't invite you here and they say, come and speak. I say, I just organized the meeting. No, I will speak first. Anything I ask you to do in my business, I have done it many times. I've tried my hand. Some persons that I walk through leadership positions in my place, I move you from departments to departments. I want you to try your hands on as many things as you can. Today, you are working with this one. After 3 months, I've moved you. Am I lying? I've moved you to another place. You now begin to ask yourself, only 3 years, what is my job description again? Right now, we don't even have a job description. You just have it on paper. But in real life, you are doing content creation. The next day, you are selling. The next day, you are picking calls. The next day, you are working with finance. The next day, you are working with operation. Everything. Because I want you to get to a point where if you delegate tasks to people, you have a first-hand experience of what it feels like. Knowing and experiencing are not the same thing. So we must not be lazy. This 30 days challenge is going to walk you through the entire process of lead generation, of rapport establishment with clients, of closing, of selling, of marketing. All of this is going to walk you through. And if you keep doing it for the first 30 days, we want to watch how you're going to go about it. The next one, we're going to watch how you're going to go about it. The third, you see improvements. You are going to do it to a point where your motivation disappears. You are no longer motivated to do it. Remember that we've said it before, that there are different emotional circles to success, right? Right? I've taught you this before.